All right, moving on now to the Philippines. The Vice President, Sara Duterte, once seen as a future president-in-waiting, is now at the center of a major political crisis that could also end her career in public office. The trial underway in that high-stakes impeachment process against the sitting Vice President. In fact, the Senate is hearing the case, which Sara Duterte is not attending in person. 23 senators have been sworn in as judges. A conviction requires at least 16 votes and would permanently bar her from holding public office. Ahead of the trial, several supporters marched to call for Duterte's conviction outside the Senate. Protesters were seen scuffling with the police personnel deployed for the trial. The Vice President's impeachment stemming from allegations of serious misconduct in office. In May, the Philippine House of Representatives, remember, voted to impeach Duterte, accusing her of misusing government funds, unexplained wealth, bribery, and issuing threats, allegedly, against the president and members of his family. Despite the crisis, the Vice President remains a formidable political force. Recent polling suggesting that over half of the respondents would still support her in a presidential race. However, her political future now depends heavily on the outcome of the Senate trial and shifting alliances within a rapidly changing political elite. And for more on this, journalist Dave Grunebaum getting us this report from the Philippines.
Vice President Duterte, if she's convicted, she would be removed from office and potentially barred from running from office in the future. And she's made it very clear she wants to run for president in 2028. But it's not only her that's got a lot on the line here. Current President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. also has a lot riding on this. He cannot run for re-election because of term limits. And if Sara Duterte becomes the next president, she could seek revenge on Marcos. Revenge for what? Well, keep in mind, it was just a little more than a year ago when Sara Duterte's father, former President Rodrigo Duterte, was deported from the Philippines and sent to the International Criminal Court in The Hague, where he's now awaiting trial, charged with crimes against humanity, a trial that's scheduled to start in November. And he was deported. One of the reasons for that is because Ferdinand Marcos Jr., the president, signed off on it. And so if Sara Duterte becomes the next president, she could seek revenge on Marcos. So both current President Marcos and Vice President Duterte have a lot riding on the outcome of this impeachment trial.